guys, Captain Ryan Flom here with Winnebago Walleye Fishing. Thought we'd give it a change up today and go bluegill fishing. I'm going to show you how I clean bluegills. So first thing you want to do is before you transport them, get them on ice so that they stay fresh. And then I'll kind of chop in what the rest of the story is, all right? All right, now we got them on ice, keep them fresh. You don't want to transport them in the live tank and wreck your hard-earned catch. All right, now that we're home, we're going to fire up the tumble drum here. Fill up with water till you get about a quarter inch of water in the bottom. Then we're gonna put about 25 bluegills in. It'll take about half an hour to get these done. All right, we got her full, so we're gonna turn it on, take about half an hour, make your favorite cocktail, do what you gotta do, and come back, and they'll all be all skilled.
You got this whole dome and pack, don't you?
Alright guys, so I've seen 100 videos of guys saying we can clean a fish in 45 seconds, we can do it in this amount of time, that amount of time. I personally believe that if you're going to spend all this time to catch these fish, you might as well take your time and do it right instead of trying to race through it and, you know, so you can sit around and have another beer or whatever. So this is how I do it. I broke my arm like 15 years ago and kind of had to mess around with stuff to figure out how to clean fish with a broken arm, and came across this way that definitely saves a lot of meat on these smaller fish. I mean, you know, you can see that bluegills, there's not a ton of fish to begin with, but when they come out of the scaler, they are beat up, the face and everything, but the meat and the skin is good, and with having the skin on, it definitely makes it taste a lot better. So what I do is I hold the knife basically upside down and use the trigger with my thumb. You can kind of see here, and there's no need ever really to like hold it wide open. You just kind of want to go slow and take your time and feather the trigger. So what I do is have the head facing away from me, get down to the spine on both sides, and then what I do with it, I've never seen anybody else do, start at the tail end and just kind of go slow. Keep the fins underneath the knife here. Get it all the way to the front. Pop it free. Flip it over. And then do the other side. The second side is definitely easier if you have it facing away from you. So again, away from you to begin with. Right down to the spine. I probably could not clean a fish with a regular straight knife anymore. It's been at least 20 years since I've used a regular knife. Figured out how to do everything with the electric fillet knife, and made surprising that it's July 1st today and there's still fish with eggs in them, considering the water's 68 degrees, 70 degrees in spots. You can also see that doing it this way, you pretty much see right through the backbone. There's not much left for meat. Okay, and then the other thing I've seen a lot, I've never seen done either, is to get the ribs out. Hold your fingers along the backbone, slowly get it started, and then tilt your knife up, and you can just pop the ribs right out. Get it started, then lock it right up. That one didn't end up being the best one in the world, but to have that, I mean, they're little fish. They're not all going to be perfect, but you might as well try and take your time and get the most amount of meat as possible off of every single one of them. These sure are delicious. You can see it look pretty decent. I know I didn't show myself catching the fish. I was out with a buddy this morning who's kind of camera shy, but everybody's seen bluegills get caught, just, you know, hooking a night crawler and a slip bobber. So, yeah, that's how I do it. And then once we get to the freezing section, I'll get to that in the next video. Alright guys, so after you get them all cleaned, make sure you go through them, each one individually, make sure there's no bones, lay them out flat, and pat them dry with paper toweling to make sure you get all the moisture out of them before you vacuum seal them. You'll definitely thank me later if you take care of your fish, because they'll definitely taste a lot better.
So we're going ahead and using our Flam secret recipe for breading. We're warming up a frying pan between medium-high heat with like 2 to 3 tablespoons butter and a couple tablespoons of buttered flavored Crisco. You just want to bring that to so that's all melted.
Alright.
Okay, so now we're gonna start doing the fish, getting them ready to fry. And take a fillet. I have a little bit of salt and seasoning salt and fresh ground pepper in the flour. And then you're gonna put it in a little bit of egg soak with egg and milk. And then I have some Zesta crackers crushed up, and you just kind of throw it in there. I just do a couple at a time. You want the butter in the Crisco not too deep, but deep enough for the fish to fry. I wasn't going to release this breading, but it's too good not to have to share. You just want to brown them on both sides. Now you can season the top of the fish. I always use Tony Satri's Creole seasoning. It's amazing stuff. And a little bit of fresh ground black pepper. And then just wait, just kind of check it, wait a couple minutes. See how nice and brown that is? Usually let them fry for like 2-3 minutes, like I said, just so you can see them getting brown. Some might have to go a little longer depending on thickness. And then I re-season them with some Creole. Give that another 2 to 3 minutes. Now we're going to check them, put them on a cookie rack to let the oil drip down.